This is the movie Lincoln, and we are watching it today because I have been watching things with the Civil War, and I know that Lincoln was president during the Civil War, and he was behind it all, as far as I know. And although I don't know all of, or probably more than 2 or 3 of the US presidents, he is definitely my favourite because he's super cool. He has a hat, he has a very deep voice, he has like a chiseled face with very nice jaw and cheekbones. He says that famous line that I hear in all the movies that's like 407 years ago. That's what he sounds like. He's got a very nice voice. Well, he had a very nice voice. I'm talking about him like he's still here. and he has the coolest first name ever, Abraham. It's just like the best. Also, I have been told that it is Daniel Day-Lewis that plays Lincoln, and the last time I watched him, I was looking for Billy Bob Thornton like the whole way through the movie, and then almost at the very end I was like, oh, it's him. So now I know that it's Daniel Day-Lewis and I know what he looks like. If you like this video, then please give it a great big thumbs up. If you're planning on staying and you haven't already, then why have you not subscribed? Because you need to, and I will love you forever, and comment and all that other stuff. Also, let's do our big fat shout out to our top tier patrons: Iron Fist, Robert McGregor, Adamantis, Brian Medendorp, Calico Jack, Stuart Houghton, Mike Filippi, Len Anaquod, Erik Twice, Wayne Quakka, Robert Emmons, Celeste McAllister, Rob Jones, Ragnar Mersch, Alonso Torres, Bill Bryant, Chase Baur, 1000th Ghost, Roger Freeman, and Erik Bonham. And I think we are just ready to play. I assume that this is just a movie about his life. I'm pretty sure it is. And yeah, I'm excited. I really, really want to see him. Woo! Lincoln and play. I know that. I didn't know anything about Civil War until I started watching movies. I don't like seeing any war, but this one seems even worse because it's like you're fighting against your own people.
It's colored. We fought the Rebs at Jenkins Ferry last April. Just soldier they captured at Poison Springs. So at Jenkins Ferry.
I didn't like that.
What would you do after the war?
That's him. That's him.
Could you hear what I said?
It was 407 years ago our fathers brought forth from this country.
I only know the first few words, not at all.
Paid a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live.
He's the people's president.
Boys, best go and find your company. Thank you.
Oh, I think I'm in love.
That these dead shall not have died in vain. That this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom.
I think I might cry. Why am I awake crying? I'm not American and I'm awake cry. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm in love with Lincoln. Oh. Why can't he just be alive forever and be president today? That would be the best.
It's most probably an accident.
He was an assassin whose intended target was you.
Oh, yeah. I know this story.
Going for the big shindy.
I don't want to talk about parties.
He doesn't seem, like, bothered. He doesn't seem worried or scared. He's so calm.
No one's ever been loved so much by the people. Don't waste that power on an amendment bill that's sure of defeat.
What, was that his wife, no? Did his wife die? I can't remember. I thought this would have been like the start of how he became president and stuff, and not just like jumping straight into the time of the war.
Papa, I want to see Willie.
Me too, Daddy, but we can't.
No.
Willie's gone.
His son died. Someone died. His son.
If there be no fault in the machinery, it'll be for the people to keep it up. That's my speech.
Is that a metaphor? He can do the first bit, but it's up to the people to continue.
20 House Democrats who will vote to abolish slavery, in my opinion.
The thing is, if you've forever lived with slaves and you've always thought that it was the right thing and never thought that there was anything wrong with it, if it was happened in your family for many, many years, and then all of a sudden someone tells you that you're not allowed slaves anymore, then you're going to be like, well, what the hell? Because now then I'll have to do all the work myself, or I'll have to pay them.
64 Democrats looking for work come March.
I know.
They don't need to worry about re-election. They can vote however it suits them.
But we can't.
See how chilled he is.
We had a parrot. I'd wake him each morning. Day is the day the world shall end.
The parrot said that.
The lawyer shot him, thus fulfilling, for the bird at least, his prophecy.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Everyone's like, what the hell? What are you talking about?
We do away with slavery, the Rebs will quit fighting, since slavery is what they're fighting for, Mr. Lincoln.
But I don't think that happened. I think after slavery was abolished, the war kept going. Didn't it?
If the rebels surrendered next week, would you, at the end of this month, want Congressman Burton to vote for the 13th Amendment?
Yes. The answer is yes.
I reckon Mr. Jolly much prefer not to have Congress pass the amendment.
Oh.
Study this letter, sir, about the toll booth. Come back to me in the morning, and we'll consider what the law says.
I'm actually sometimes surprised at how it went, because
Tell him that you support passage of the amendment as a military necessity.
people don't like change.
I
Distressing,
have
but
nightmares all night.
I'll have
I'm
worse
sure.
nightmares if you don't let me look at the plates again.
I think his son died, and then he...
Ask Preston Blair, can I call on him? Around 5 o'clock.
Did he not lose a lot of weight and was, like, quite ill after his son died? I really can't remember, but I'm sure that's what happened.
No Republican will balk at voting for the amendment.
No conservative Republican is what you mean.
He's such a good actor.
I founded this party in my own goddamn home to be a conservative, anti-slavery party.
Oh, I know that man.
Conservative members of your party want you to listen to overtures from Richmond.
This is a lot of political talk that I don't understand.
We can't tell our people they can vote yes on abolishing slavery unless at the same time we can tell them that you're seeking a negotiated peace.
Wait, so they only voted yes to end the war? Is that what happened?
House floor for debate because your eagerness in what seems an unwarranted intrusion of the executive.
Oh, I know him too.
Hear, hear.
You signed the Emancipation Proclamation. You've done all that could be expected.
Emancipation Proclamation.
Emancipation Proclamation. So many words.
Where she get a good drink of water, and I told her Tennessee.
Oh wait, I don't get that.
Mrs. Goings was seen no more in Metamora. Enough justice.
I think I've been in Metamora.
Might those people I freed be ordered back into slavery? That's why I'd like to get the 13th Amendment through the House.
That's why. Because you would feel like a good person. All you would need to realise is that everyone is people, everyone is human, and everyone should be free. And compare yourself to the slave, and then you would know that you need to vote yes. Especially if you meet Lincoln and he gives you one of his pep talks.
And come February the 1st, I intend to sign the 13th Amendment.
What's the other 12? I'm gonna Google that, I think.
We've been chasing this whale for a long time.
Put the amendment up for a vote.
Whalers. Man's never been near a whale ship in his life.
But he likes a metaphor.
He said that to calm the border states when we were...
I don't. You said we all know what he'll do. I don't know.
Who are you?
Never trusted the president, never trusted anyone. But hasn't he surprised you?
No.
Oh, I know who you are. Tommy Lee Jones. It's either him or it's a name I just made up.
And radical republicanism's abolitionist fanaticism. You are...
God, everyone's so angry. Isn't politics mad? It's just absolute madness.
If it is passed, but it shall not pass.
Why do you get to decide?
Of his oratory, a lethal challenge to our pulmonary capability.
Congress must never declare equal those whom God created unequal.
It's a good job it's not a room full of women.
Slavery is the only insult to natural law, you fatuous nincompoop. Pendleton, you insult God, you unnatural noise.
What does it say in the Bible?
You're back, you're back, you're back, you're back, you're back.
The goat got big.
Is that his brother? Oh, I'm so confused.
You forget to eat. exactly like him.
No.
We'll fatten you up before you return to Boston.
Okay, I thought someone died, but someone does die or has died. I don't have the best memory. I just can't remember what happened.
Because it'll be spring in 2 months. The roads will be passable. The spring slaughter commences.
The spring slaughter. That's horrible.
Think of all the boys who'll die if you don't make peace. You must talk with these men. In the name of gentle Christ,
I understand.
Talk peace with these men.
I understand, Preston.
Does Lincoln need to keep the war going so that he can pass the 13th Amendment? Oh, I can't remember. This is so annoying. It's so frustrating that I can't remember. I need to watch more movies.
Invite Jeff Davis to send commissioners up to Washington with a peace plan. I, of course, told them that you would never. Not without consulting me, you wouldn't.
But he did.
Because why on earth would you?
Without consulting you. Oh, I quite like this. I think every movie needs to do this. So I remember their names. It needs to come up every time they appear.
Since their proposal most certainly will be predicated on keeping their slaves.
He is pissed.
If you can look into the seeds of time, say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me.
You can. I know you can. He can predict the future. Apart from one thing, maybe.
I was born a free man. Nobody beat me except I beat them right back.
He was dying.
3 years ago, the war was going so badly. Put on a face. It's too hard.
He just wants to forget. I was right.
Mrs. Lincoln.
Madam President, if you please.
Madam Pretty. I would say the same, actually. I'd be like, you address me as the president's wife and nothing else. I am no commoner.
Which an error of the people, a flaw in the democratic process that elevated us.
They're all like, would you please stop talking?
They will never love you the way they love him. Difficult it must be for you to know that.
This is true.
And yet how important to remember it.
Imagine being his wife. I would love to be his wife.
Long and hard for the good of the people without caring much for any of them. Now I look a lot worse without my wig.
Is everyone wearing wigs?
To lead them, and I lead. You ought to try it.
Apart from you, because your hair is luscious.
You're going to tell a story. I don't believe that I can bear to listen to another one of your stories right now.
Oh, I can.
Dinner was served, beverages imbibed. Mr. Allen found he needed the privy.
I could listen to him all day.
He was grateful to be directed thence.
He's playing him very well. I'm very impressed.
The whole world knows nothing will make an Englishman shit quicker than the sight of George Washington.
You said shit.
To announce that I'm opposed to the amendment. We must consider what will be...
His face.
Votes for women?
Because it's such a terrible thing.
Cleric felt honor-bound to inform us of your disgusting betrayal.
The hell did you just sniff your fingers for?
There are defections. It's the goddamn rumors regarding the Richmond delegation.
Peace offer. Groundless.
And yet
I told you that.
I feel like a lot of this is just worried what other people think of you.
Bob Hollister, Dem from Indiana. I approached him. Some bitch near to murdered.
Lincoln doesn't give a crap what other people think of him. That's why he was the best. Kick him! Kick him! It's taking him forever to reload. Just kick him.
If you want to discuss peace with President Lincoln, consider revisions.
What do you want in it? What do you want to see in there?
After 4 years of war and
4 years.
near 600,000 lives lost.
Ooh.
In exchange for the South's immediate surrender, we could promise them the amendment's defeat.
After they abolished slavery, were there people that still kept slaves? And if they did, what happened to them?
Within 10 days' time, we might pass the 13th Amendment.
10 days. We're getting closer.
What time is it?
It's 3:40 in the morning.
Don't let him pardon any more deserters.
When
Or just hang a 16-year-old boy for
Ask
that.
the horse what he thinks.
Cruelty, there'd be no 16-year-old boys left.
Sometimes even 16-year-old boys are evil. You can't think they're all good.
He was afraid, that's all it was. I don't care to hang a boy for being frightened either. What good would it do him?
What good would it do him? Well, you're right there.
Do you need company?
In times like this, I'm best alone.
I just love him so much. He's one of a kind. Or that's what he's portrayed to be. I obviously don't know because I never met him in real life. Imagine he wasn't. Imagine he was a completely different person in real life and everyone just said that he was this angel and he was just an absolute little shitbag.
I never had much of schooling, but I read Euclid in an old book I borrowed. Once learned, it stayed learned.
That's my problem. Once learned, it doesn't stay learned.
Things which are equal to the same thing are equal to each other.
Wait, what? Things that are equal to the same thing are equal to each other?
You see, there it is. Even in that 2,000-year-old book of mechanical law, it is a self...
Oh, he's talking about people, isn't he?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Are equal to each other.
You're talking about people, man. I understand. Oh, he's so wise. So very wise. I love his hat. I feel like it gets taller every time I see it.
Believe only in legal equality for all races, not racial equality, I beg you, sir.
It's really not that big a deal.
I don't hold with equality in all things, only with equality before the law and nothing more.
Wait, what? What did that mean?
Endowed by their maker with dim wits, with cold, pallid slime in their veins. You are more reptile than man, George.
I agree with that. That's a good one.
Of crushing you. How dare you?
At all rates, I'm happy to have your company.
You know who that guy looks like? Heath Ledger.
Well, boys, first question. You getting enough to eat?
No, sir.
You're one to talk. You're not eating much. What is that? I wouldn't follow it. You probably don't want to see what's under there. Not with that much blood pouring out. Oh. But to be fair, I thought it was going to be worse. I was thinking worse things. Because all that means is that we've had amputations. But amputations is good because then it means the person gets to survive.
Without my permission, you ain't enlisting in nothing.
It's Mama you're scared of. It's not me getting killed. I have to do this, and I will. I won't be you, Pa. I can't do that, but I don't want to be nothing.
Aww. You have to understand that what he's saying, like it's completely right. It's the only thing that he would say. It's the only way that he would feel being your son. So you have to let him. I don't think you would be able to stop him anyway.
He'll die uselessly, and how will I ever forgive you?
He'll die a hero, and he'll die doing the right thing. Doing what he wants to do.
For trapping you in a marriage that's only ever given you grief and caused you regret.
What?
We continue to stifle this very natural ambition.
And if I refuse to take the high road?
Her dress is massive.
Pacing corridors, howling at shadows and furniture and...
Oh, God.
Everybody's goddamn think I should have clapped you in the madhouse!
There's still time.
Do it this time. Lock me away. You'll have to, I swear. If Robert is killed.
You've still got another son. You still need to be a mom to your other son. I know men and women grieve differently, but... Oh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
I couldn't tolerate you grieving so for Willie because I couldn't permit it in myself, though I wanted to, Mary.
Yeah, you can't both fall apart. Someone needs to stay strong.
Every day I do. Speak to me about grief.
Shame. He's not been able to. He's not been able to grieve his dead son.
Necessary votes. Woe unto you, sir. You will answer to me.
I'm not digging his wife. I'm sure she was a lovely person in real life, but not in the movie.
Are you afraid of what lies ahead for your people?
White people don't want us here.
Many don't.
What about you?
He doesn't care. He's happy with everything to happen.
Since the first of us was a slave, I never heard any ask what freedom would bring. Freedom is first.
And then see what happens. What did happen? How did it go?
That he better pay a visit to Thaddeus Stevens.
Well, it opens.
It opens. It opens.
Dim, oh, Crat, what's the matter with you? Are you wicked? Never mind, Cough Snot. You were ignominious.
Cough Snot? Did he just call him Cough Snot?
Tell you to do so, you will switch parties. Now, congratulations on your victory, and get it.
I like how that was filmed. It was like just the heads. All you could see was their faces.
But we're entirely unready for emancipation. There's too many questions.
We're unready for peace too, ain't we?
Just do it. See what happens. That's the only way. That's the only way to do anything. You just wing it and then deal with it. Deal with it afterwards.
I can't make sense of it, what he died for. Mr. Lincoln, I hate them all black people.
Why? For what reason?
Your brother's bravery and his death helped make it so. Only you can decide whether that's sense enough for you or not.
I suppose you would go one or two ways. He went one way and he's a way to change to go the other way. Does that make sense? Because it makes sense in my head.
Confederate peace offer because there is one. We are absolutely guaranteed to lose.
It was rejected. It needed revised.
On the morning.
I can't listen to this anymore.
He needs calm and zen.
Perfectly good hours. Now get the hell out of here and get him.
But how?
Threaten them, pay them, torture them, do whatever you can.
You will procure me these votes.
Wow, I like him when he's angry. Oh, that's very exciting. Imagine being here in this time and all of this happening. It changes everything. Imagine this didn't happen, how long it would be before it did happen.
And which has been debated now by this estimable body for the past several weeks.
These words. Estimable.
Affidavits from loyal citizens recently returned from Richmond. They testify.
Oh, shit.
Bearing an offer of immediate cessation of our civil war.
Oh, poops.
Postpone this vote until we have answers from the President of...
No! Oh, fucker. No! Where is he? Is he there?
Joining together with our Democratic colleagues, I second the motion to postpone.
God damn it.
Quick!
What's he doing? What's happening? Where's Lincoln? Is he in here?
Please deliver that to Mr. Ashley.
Why can he not just go and explain himself?
So far as I know, there are no peace commissioners in the city.
That means nothing. Are there commissioners from the South, or aren't there?
No, there's not, as far as he knows.
The Conservative Republican faction satisfied? I move to table Mr. Wood's motion.
Table.
Well, there you go.
We begin with Connecticut on the matter of this amendment. How say you?
Nay.
Yes. Oh, I don't know where Connecticut is.
Mr. John Ellis. How say you?
Aye.
Aye.
Remembering at this moment his beloved brother Frederick votes against the amendment.
Oh, come on.
Mr. McPherson?
Wow, what an uproar. Oh, who's this guy? I've seen him recently in something.
God damn it, I'm voting yes.
I mean abstention. Abstention.
What does that mean? Abstention. Does that mean he's abstained from voting?
I vote yes.
So that's 5 left.
On A. Cassim.
Yay.
Mr. Hanready.
Nay.
And Mr. Rufus
Bloody
Warren.
hell.
Yay.
It might end the war, but there's another war away to break out in this room.
Voting is completed.
Please call my name. I want to cast a vote.
Doesn't vote?
The speaker may vote if he so chooses.
It is highly unusual.
It doesn't matter if it's unusual. The whole thing's unusual.
How does Mr. Schuyler Colfax vote?
Aye, of course.
Of course. Or he wouldn't want to vote.
With a margin of 2 votes.
Oh my god, come on. Did it pass? What does it mean? It passed. Yeah? Yeah? So what now? What happens now? So did he say that they needed 15 votes and they got like 100 and something? Is that right? Or is that not right?
That's the official bill.
I'll return it in the morning.
You can't fold it.
No harm.
He's a way to go show Lincoln. Oh. Oh, that's not what I thought you would look like without your wig.
It's more than enough for now.
Read it to me again, my love.
Oh my god!
To the Constitution of the United States, Section 1.
Does anyone know about this?
Southern states resume their former position in the Union speedily enough to enable us to lock ratification to this 13th Amendment.
Yeah, are they trying to stop it still? They're only surrendering if they can block the amendment. So are they not surrendering anymore?
At all rates, whatever may be proven by blood and sacrifice must have been proved by now. Shall we stop this bleeding?
Yes. Although I didn't hear what you said because I was too busy falling in love with you.
The leaders, Jeff, and the rest of them, they escape, leave the country while my back's turned. That wouldn't upset me none.
Just don't come back.
You're 10 years older than you were a year ago.
Some weariness has bit at my bones.
He looks ill. That's what stress does to you.
We've won the war. Now, you have to lead us out of it.
Aww. Oh, I wonder if it shows it in the movie when he dies. Because I can't remember how soon after he's shot. Do you think he gets shot in the back of the head in the theatre?
She wants me to remind you of the hour, and that you'll have to pick up Miss Harris and Major Rathbone.
A what? A giraffe bone? He doesn't do gloves. What do the gloves mean? Do they symbolise something? Aww. Oh wait, is it tonight? Is this when he... Is it tonight? Oh shit.
The president has been shot.
Holy crap. Imagine finding out that way.
And a lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations.
See, this is why everyone's not equal, because the Booth guy that shot him is not equal to him. In no way. And I hate that it just takes one person, one crazy person to decide something like that, and that's it. Game over. Well, I definitely did recognise Daniel Day-Lewis this time. Although it was I couldn't not. I was away to say that he was the main character, but he was the main character in the last movie that I watched and I still didn't know it was him. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I really thought we were going to see more about his life and outside of the war and all of the politics and everything, because I don't do politics in real life. I don't. So all of these words that they're throwing about, I know nothing about any of that. And yeah, I've watched a couple of movies that have had the Civil War in it, and I started to watch that Civil War series, but I only watched the first episode and then I didn't have time to watch any more. So I do know little bits, but I don't know everything. And I'm not American, so It was never taught to me in school or anything like that. This is all new to me. I only know who Lincoln is because he's such a famous president, and that's the only reason. Like we weren't taught any. We weren't educated on any of the presidents, any of them. But I just love him so much, and it's such a sad, crazy thing that happened, and it's just madness. It's total madness that someone would want to do something like that. And even now, as much as everyone's like hates current presidents, to do something like that and just end their life because you don't agree with what they do, just absolute madness. It's just madness. I think it would have been nice to see more of his personal life, but in then saying that, he probably didn't have much of a personal life because he was so involved in his work and everything that he was trying to do. That would have like taken over his whole life, so there would have been no time for like hobbies and stuff. And his wife was a little bit of a dick, so yeah, it would have just been being president and then spending like little bits of time with his son and his three sons. I don't remember how old the other one was when he died, and that's horrible. That's a situation that you can never ever understand unless you're in it yourself. And with his wife saying and going mad, and him saying that he was going to throw her into the mental hospital and stuff like that, you can't judge what other people are going through when you haven't been through it yourself. And even if you have been through it yourself, it's a completely different situation when it's someone else that's doing it. Oh, I was going to Google the 13 amendments because I don't actually know what they are. Wait, there's 27. Oh, there's 27 amendments. Okay, so there's been more since then. I don't, let's see, freedoms, petitions, assembly, right to bear arms, watering of soldiers, search and arrest, rights in criminal cases, right to a fair trial, rights to... Okay, so 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, it's weird to see it like written down. Abolition of slavery, presidential elections, civil rights, ooh, black suffrage, income taxes. Wow, there's lots. So do they just keep adding to them like all the time? Can I see dates on here? 1992. Oh, this is so confusing. The reason so it would have been better for me if this movie was about his personal life, because I really don't understand politics. I don't follow politics in any way. It makes me sad. It always makes me sad. And anytime that I've tried to get into it, anytime that I've tried to educate myself, I just end up so depressed because it's such a sad, depressing topic. And anytime that it's brought up in conversation, I just remove myself. It's the easiest way. And although it was based on the war and the politics and the side that I really, really don't understand, I still very much enjoyed the movie. And I think it was just because it was about Lincoln. And if it was about any other president, I'd have been like, yeah, this is not great at all. But because it was Lincoln, I was like, I am obsessed. And I just, isn't he the best person ever? And if you don't agree with me, then you have to tell me why. Because again, I don't know. He might have been like a proper shitty person in real life, and I just don't know about it because all I've heard about him is good things, and he's such a handsome man. I really am just in love with him. It was a very well filmed movie, and I didn't hate it, and I didn't find my mind wandering, which is normally what happens when I'm not understanding a movie. I was very much still fascinated by the whole thing the whole time, and I was taking things in the whole time as well, so I did find it very educational. I just, like I said, don't do politics. Loved all the actors. Daniel Day-Lewis, he just did him so well. It was like the whole time I was just watching Abraham Lincoln and not an actor playing Abraham Lincoln, and that's like What more could you want? Oh, I need to check who that other guy was. Let me just. Tommy Lee Jones. Did I say Bobby Lee Jones? Tommy Lee Jones is the other guy. I don't know who the guy is that looks like Heath Ledger, but I think I've seen him in something. The guy, Hal Holbrook, I've seen him in something too. Where is the man with no eyebrows? Him. Oh, I know who he is. He's in Sons of Anarchy he plays a trans person in Sons of Anarchy. That's how I know him. Walton Goggins. That's how I recognize him. And then his wife, Sally, is in Forrest Gump. It's the mom in Forrest Gump. God damn it, I always forget who these people are that I see, and then you guys are like, yeah, you do realize that that person is this person, and then I realize after you said that, and I'm like, how did I not see that? I do that every time. It's so annoying. So anyway, in conclusion, loved it. I'm not going to give it best movie ever because I probably didn't understand like 90% of it, which is fine. It would probably be best movie ever for someone for like a current president that knows all of these things. Imagine I was president. Like, it would go one way or the other. I would be so oblivious and such a dumbass when it comes to the world that it would be fine. Or I would cause the next extinction. Human extinction would be caused by me. I wonder which way it would go. Anyway, let's hope that we never find out. If you like this video, then please give it a great big thumbs up. If you're planning to and you haven't already, then please subscribe. Check out Patreon, post notifications, comment, all that fun stuff to help the channel grow, and I will love you forever. And I am going to go because I'm bursting for a pee. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Mwah!